Hello, everyone. This is Adam with Adam's Exploits. Welcome to Reselling Rhythms with A&A. I'm very happy to have my special guest, Anita Finiti, here. I'm just going to let a few people fall into the chat here and say a couple hellos while the notification goes out. I'm sure we'll have a couple moderators showing up shortly.
Yes.
And then we'll get into discussing what the topic of the show is. Anita and I discuss reselling all the time. One of the things we're going to bring up, there's Nishana.
Hey, Nishana.
One of the things we're going to bring up is occasionally you just want to mix it up. You want to keep it kind of like we're talking about YouTube now. You want to kind of keep it within your niche or your subject matter. But YouTube relates to reselling. There's a lot of channels that speak about reselling. They have, what to buy, how to pack, and that which we do as well. And they also have auctions and a lot of different subject matters that are kind of interrelated to reselling. So we decided to actually do a show about reselling related to YouTube. So it's basically the show is called How to Grow Your YouTube Channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to say hello to a couple of people. Nishana, again, thank you for joining us. Kathleen and Michelle, we have two moderators. I'm sure David the Rock and Roll will be strolling in shortly from Northern Ireland. And I'll just say hello to Anita, and she can say hello to a couple people. And
Hi,
then hopefully we'll be able to start the show shortly. Anita?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in. I want to say hi to Nishana. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Michelle. As Adam said, we're going to be talking about how to grow your YouTube channel today. And thank you for joining in. We're going to talk about a few things that are going to be very helpful tips. So we'll just go back to Adam, and he'll start from from number one.
Okay, I'm actually gonna lock it on myself, I believe. So you guys can see me. All right. Okay. How to grow your YouTube channel. Like I said, that's the subject matter today. I'm going to go through that. First part of the subject matter is, why do you want to have a YouTube channel? Okay. Is it to make friends? Is it to sell products and services through your YouTube channel? Is it to grow income through YouTube, through Google, through AdSense, or through reviews, or whatever way you generate income through Google and YouTube? Or is it all the above? And if it's all the above or some of the above, that's a good start to starting a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Number two, what steps do you need to take to have a successful YouTube channel? Okay. First, you want to determine what your niche is, your subject matter, whether it be reselling, fashion, jewelry. There's a lot of gaming channels now on YouTube. You have to determine what your subject matter is going to be and try to keep it kind of loosely related to that. Again, Nita will talk about it later, but how you want to mix it up a little bit, but basically keep it related to your niche. Mm-hmm. You want to produce consistent content. That's something that I feel sometimes. I got to get the videos out. You got to produce videos at least once or twice a week, preferably more. I mean, if you can't do it, I understand, but that's ideally, that's how people grow their YouTube channels. Anita does that. She's grown phenomenally very quickly. Justin, who we've had on in the past, RBA Flips, he's literally broadcasting almost every day now, whether he's doing a live hangout or he's doing a video or he's doing a chat. He produces content literally every single day. So again, produce consistent content. And when you produce your content, you want to make sure that it's something that you would find interesting and presumably your audience would find interesting as well. So just don't throw something up there just to have content. You want to make sure that it's useful and it's informative, and then you can keep your attention of your audience. Third, do you have enough time? Having a YouTube channel requires time. Mm-hmm. You have to produce content. You have to edit your recorded videos. You have to preferably do some live streaming so you can interact with your audience. People like to interact with the creator. And you have to be able to have time to respond to questions and comments, whether people have questions they post in your chat or in your comment section, or they email you with questions. You have to have the time to respond to those questions. Okay. The fourth thing relating to this is, do you have the patience and do you have thick skin? You have to be able to handle negative comments, and there's haters out there. I mean, haters going to hate is the old saying. So there's people out there that just they get a throw out of leaving negative comments or making negative comments in the chat. So you have to be able to deal with thumbs down in your videos. You know, some people get upset when they get like a thumbs down. It's well, it's going to happen because people do it out of spite. Just remember that interaction is interaction. Whether somebody leaves a comment, even if it's a negative comment, someone gives you a thumbs up, somebody gives you a thumbs down, it's all interaction. And with the Google algorithm, that it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, as long as they're interacting and watching your video, that's what counts. And the higher your answers are yes to all of these above issues, I mean, again, you have to be able to pretty much do everything. You have to be able to produce content. You have to have the time for the content. You have to be able to deal with the haters. You have to produce, you know, interesting content. If you have enough time in all those, then you should have a successful channel. Or your chances of having a successful channel are higher. So at this point, we're going to take like a small break, and we're going to answer any questions that may have come up in the chat, Anita. And then I'm going to pass it on to Anita. Anita's going to cover how to engage your audience and some other topics. But do we have any, you want to say hello to anyone, or do you want to have any questions that came up in the chat?
I want to say hi to Nashana again. Thank you for coming in, Barbara. And let's see who else is here. And Michelle and Shauna. Okay. If there isn't any questions, I'll go ahead and continue. Okay. The next topic is how to engage your audience. Let's see. You need to make sure people can see and hear you clearly. You can cut out the background. You can cut out the background noise, unless that's what your channel is about. Ways to do that is you need to have decent internet connection, have a good video camera. What we suggest is the Logitech. That's what we both use. Make sure there's no open window lighting behind you. Have enough lighting, and make sure the lighting is facing you and not behind you, because when it's behind you, what it does is it gives a glare. Declutter what's showing in the picture. Don't have your dead pals around. It's just because it gets kind of distracting to the audience. Don't rely on laptop cameras unless you have an Apple product. Use tripods for smartphones and cameras. If you're doing a live occasionally, look at the chat to see if your audience is paying attention to your subject, or have they lost interest. Answer questions after you've talked about a subject by taking occasional breaks to answer the questions. Let's see. And then also another thing, make sure language is suitable for all age viewers, because YouTube will remove your videos if it's rated for everyone, and then there's an adult language. They will go ahead and remove your videos, and you don't want that. What we're going to do is just go ahead and take another break here to answer. If you guys have any questions, please put it in. Let's see what we have. Do we have any questions or no? I didn't see any. No? Okay, then go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Your next two topics. You did all three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That's well, there isn't much. There isn't that much to talk about. Okay.
Okay, go back to me. Okay. All right, so there were no questions. I would just pop my chat back up. Okay. Oh, Adam, I thought I muted that.
Oh, no. And another tip would be to put your phones on vibrate. And then if you have like social media tabs that are open, you can always put those on silent as well.
I had my phone muted. I don't know why the ringer went off, but I muted my my notifications on my computer. So, okay. Hello, Rosie's Closet. I forget your first name. That's something I should do too. That's probably should be one of the tips. Have a list of the people's YouTube names and the real names, because I use my name. You know, it's Adam. Anita is Anita, but you know, and David is David. But some people are not their names, or not their real names, so it's just confusing. So and there's rock and roll. Hey, David.
What they can also do is when they come into the chat, they can write their real name and put like little arrows, so we know that is their name. They can
right. But I mean, I think as a creator or producer of content, you should probably keep some kind of
Yeah.
spreadsheet or something, or document with names, people's names. Because hey, Bianca, thanks for joining us. Okay, so Anita went through those, and with a skill and a blazing fashion. All right, so it's up to me now. Number 6 is how to promote your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One thing you can do is put your links up into the various Facebook groups related to your niche. Like you wouldn't want to put links up to reselling in a gaming section or group. There are reselling groups. Certain reselling groups will allow you to post links. Certain ones won't. Certain groups allow you to post one link the day of the show. So again, be familiar with the rules. I had somebody with our group, and after the video gets posted, I'll post that link up to the Facebook group and Anita's channel as well. But I had somebody comment and posted something up, was a neat comment. Steven, if you're in the chat or you join us later, he had a neat tip as far as shoes are concerned. He had men's shoes, lace-up shoes, and when he had them tied, they looked kind of sloppy. When he tucked them underneath the other laces, they looked really cool. And he said, he actually private messaged me. He said, Adam, is that okay? I said, absolutely. We want to encourage people to learn. And, we're a drama-free group, but we don't want people posting willy-nilly, all kind of videos and auctions and announcements and all that kind of stuff. We don't want that. But anything related to reselling within reason, we'll allow it. If it's not allowed, we can just remove it, and we'll just message the person and tell them, that's not really what we want in the group. But again, you can promote in those various groups. You can promote on your other social media outlets. Promote on Instagram. You can promote on Twitter. And if you have business accounts like LinkedIn, I know I used to be active with LinkedIn when I was in sales. That's a big professional networking group. It's humongous, but it's really related to business. But you can also promote if you have something related to business, and then somehow Amazon or eBay or something. You could probably, there's some sort of people on LinkedIn that do that as well, or sole proprietors and entrepreneurs that are on LinkedIn as well. So you can tie that into your advertisement as well for your channel. You can also ask to be a guest on someone else's channel. Some of the more popular YouTube channels have thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. I think Casey Paris, the Rockstar Flipper, has like 60 or 70,000 subscribers. I think Steve Raiken Profit, has like 80 or 90,000 subscribers. Wade Venture, who's a friend of mine I met in Las Vegas at the eBay Open, I think Wade has 20 or 30,000 subscribers. And Wade especially is very nice about sharing his time and helping to promote people channels and their Instagram accounts and help them grow. And if you're interested, you can always contact Wade. My understanding is the best way to contact Wade is through his Instagram. Send him an instant messenger. Again, he's very helpful, and he's more than willing to help you guys, help you grow your channels. Okay, so that was B for that. And then we're going to roll into, above all, keep in mind that by nature, you want to make sure that your content is interesting. It would be interesting to you, and hopefully it'll be interesting to your guests. Again, if you're producing content that's not interesting, you're literally wasting your time. You want to make sure that you're producing good quality content, and make sure you have good video, good audio, etc. So when people watch, they're interested and you keep their attention. Okay. The next I'm going to discuss about chats and moderators, and then we'll have I believe a break after that, and then Anita will have her close things up, and we'll answer some questions for you guys. Again, chats and moderators, and this is a little lengthy, so bear with me here. I'm going to have to read off my list. As far as the chats, when you're a guest in a chat, please don't be disruptive in chats. I mean, that's very disrespectful, and I mean, people do it. We're all adults here. Let's be respectful to the creator. If you don't want to be there, there's literally millions of YouTube channels out there. Watch another channel, or do something else. Watch TV. Try to stay on the subject. I mean, a lot of times people get off subject, and then it distracts the people watching the video, and sometimes it even distracts the creator. I mean, I know myself, I've gotten caught in myself. I've gone into the chat, I've read a topic. It's like, I start thinking about it. It's like, where was I? What was I talking about? Why did I ever even look at this? Because it's not related to the subject matter.
Yeah.
Also, don't use adult language. I mean, don't use foul language. Don't use sexual innuendos. I mean, there's no place for that. I mean, if you guys want to do that, go on the after night chats and
Mhm.
You know, you guys can have fun with your friends, but this is about learning. At least on the Anita and my channel, it's about learning and trying to share and trying to help people. You know, we're not going to make sexual innuendos and disrespectful to women and, you know, be hateful. That's not what our channel is about. And don't bully others. Again, this is kind of interrelated, or promoting hate. That's interrelated to what I just spoken about. And then another way to not encourage that hateful talk is to don't engage with people that do it. I mean, if you just notice them and you say, "Hey, I noticed you said this, blah blah blah," get an argument with them. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for people to notice them and then to give them a platform. Just ignore them. Okay, we'll get into the moderators, but that's why moderators are there. Keep in mind also that when you type in a comment into the chat or in the comment section, other people are reading your comments and or chat. So you want to beware about what you're typing. I always say, think before saying something that may come back to haunt you. I don't know how many times, especially on Facebook, and it's not YouTube, but on Facebook, I'll start to type out a message to someone. It's like, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it responding. It's just going to create drama. It's not worth it. And I'm telling you, half the things I type, I delete, and I just say, you know, I edit myself. Yeah. So that's important. Make sure before you type something in chat or leave a comment, make sure that you stand by your comment and you won't cause problems. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then this all comes back to being respectful to the creator and their channel. Okay, so that's about the chats and the comment sections. Just going to have a few tips for moderators, and we'll roll into Anita's. We'll have a break, and then Anita will close it up, and we'll go from there. But for moderators, be alert and assist the creator. Have additional browser tabs open so that you can share links. Mm-hmm. So in other words, when I'm moderator, I think I'm moderating about a dozen or so channels. I always have another browser tab open. So if somebody says, if Anita says, Adam, could you post so-and-so's link? Adam, could you post this auction link? Could you post the article related to what we're speaking about? I already have the tab up, and I can just type in the Google or whatever and copy and paste it, and then, you know, present it into the chat. So again, having extra 1 or 2 tabs open. You know, if you're talking about eBay, maybe you want to have the eBay tab open, or when you want to have the Amazon tab open, or if you're talking about jewelry, you might want to have a website. You're talking about turquoise, you want to have a site open about turquoise. So again, have an extra tab or 2 already open, a browser tab open. Mm-hmm. Keep a lookout for disruptive comments in the chat. Again, that's relating to trolls or just people just causing problems. That's the job of the moderator, to monitor the chat and to make sure there's people not being disruptive and distracting the people in the chat. Creators can allow moderators to delete harmful comments and or remove troublemakers in the chat, i.e. trolls. Some people just go into the chat just to be difficult and just to stir things up. And again, if you have that ability as a moderator, you have the ability to delete comments, time people out. Back in the day, you could actually block somebody from the channel, but now it's up to the creator has to block them. A moderator can't block them, but you can delete them. You can time out them. So that's important too. And above all, keep it pleasant as a moderator. Try to keep it pleasant for your guests. Make it an enjoyable experience. If there's drama in the chat, if there's hateful speech in the chat, if there's sexual innuendo in the chat, if there's vulgar language, that's not nice. I mean, as a moderator, that's your job to eliminate that to the best of your ability. So we're going to take a little break and answer any questions that may have come up.
Yeah, I saw some questions in here.
Okay, let me go back to sharing again, both of us. Okay. All right, should be you as well, right? Okay. Did you have some questions?
Yeah, Kathleen's saying that she did see an interview with Sandy that was both interesting and informative. Yes, I agree completely. It's interesting. It's fun to watch, and she does teach a lot, so that's definitely right. I think you should do more videos to promote my. Oh, yes, of course. You need to do more videos. What you can do is go, as we said, you can go as guests on other channels. You can definitely come to my channel, Bianca. I'll be happy to have you and do a live with you. We can do that. Does it matter whether your videos are live or taped? No, it doesn't matter. These all apply. All these things apply to whether you have a taped video or if you're doing it live. Besides the chats, obviously you don't have the chats in the videos. There was one more down here. You both look to should use Google Translate. Content creators and moderators should also use Google Translate. YouTube gives you an international audience. Oh, that's true. That's also right. Yes. We can translate because we do. I have seen in chats where they do use foreign language and we don't really know what it says. We can definitely translate that too. That's a good tip. Thank you.
Barbara had a question about, do you get more time to record a video if you go live? That I'm not sure of. I think you time out after 4 hours. I know because when people try to do live streams for 24 hours, I think they can do 4 hours and they have to take a break, then do another 4 hours. I think it has to be done in 4-hour increments.
Yeah, I think it's 6 hours.
Or is it 6 hours?
I've never done one that long.
I haven't done it that long, so I know, in the gaming videos the same way that they get timed out eventually. So if it's 4 hours or 6 hours, I guess that's something I could have one of my moderators looked at. I'm just kidding. Just somebody had Google up and the moderator in the chat. No, just kidding. Good. I'm sorry, Nita. I was just making a joke. Keeping it a little light. A little serious part of the chat.
Okay, I think it is 8 hours. I don't know. We've never been on that long, so we don't really know how long you can actually be on live. I think that there is like a time limit to.
It does time me out eventually, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a time limit to it. Okay, the next subject is how to make your channel fun. Making your channel fun. How? Okay, you can make your channel personable and uplifting. You can put effort into how you present yourself. Also, you might want to I'm not saying you have to do full blown, hair and makeup, but at least, look a little bit presentable, look like you did put some effort into how you look when you're going live and chatting with people. Smile, and don't do videos if you're having a bad day or in a bad mood, because that's not going to be pleasant for you. Also, it's not going to be pleasant for the person viewing. Make the title of your video about what you're going to do. Don't use clickbaits. I don't know if you know what clickbaits are. Adam, do you want to explain? Clickbait would be something, let's just say, if you write a video, if you put up a video and you say something like, I'm trying to think of a click.
I made $600 on this Goodwill haul.
Yeah.
But in reality, you spent $450 for the purchase it. You had shipping, so you really didn't make $600. You only made $50. Don't some people say, I bought 5 items and I made $500. Well, maybe they spent $400 to make that $500. That's clickbait. That's misleading your audience.
Yeah.
Or how to make $10,000 a month selling, used clothing on eBay. Well, yeah, there's some people that do it. Yeah. Maybe probably less than 0.5%. But you're not going to teach somebody how to do that. It's virtually impossible to do 10,000. If you're doing $120,000 in used clothing sales, you are doing some serious volume. I mean, it's done. There's maybe 1 or 2% people that do it, but if you make a topic like that and then everybody looks at your video, it's like, well.
A lot of the ones that I've seen are about like actual cartoons or movies,
right?
Where you see that it says something like let's say the other day I was telling my daughter that about the Bambi cartoon, and when I looked on I think it was Hulu, no, on I don't remember which one it was, but it was like $13 to watch that video. So I checked YouTube to see if they have it on YouTube. And I did see it. It said Bambi full cartoon, and I went on there. It was something totally different. It had nothing to do with that.
To get you to click on the topic, right?
Yeah, they just want you to click on their channel so they get the view, but it has nothing to do with the topic. And I also saw one that said I just came out of a spaceship, and it's a guy showing a video about his new car.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might want to stay away from things like that. And then also once in a try to stick to your niche, but once in a while mix things up and make things interesting. Like we're doing, like basically what we're doing today. Usually we talk about reselling, and today we're doing something that's different. It doesn't have it has somewhat something to do with reselling, but it's on a totally different subject from reselling. Okay, and then also don't make videos or lives too long. People have lives and they can only watch you for so long. Uh, Try to limit things to 30 to 45 minutes, unless it's an auction, which we understand do take longer. Even then, try to speed things up and keep things moving, because when things last a long amount of time, people have other things to do. They're not going to be able to watch the whole program that you're putting up. Make And then also make the audience feel that they are part of the show, which they are. And lastly, have fun. It's not a script. It's all about enjoying what you're doing and having fun while you're doing it. So that was I do write things down, not as a script, but because I don't want to forget to mention anything. So the reason why I write these things down. We're going to take a break and answer some questions. Let's see. How do you consistently come up with ideas for videos? I guess you have to be creative. You can think about, like, right now, I know that everybody is doing these thread up videos where it's interesting, and it's something I actually want to get one, because I want to see what's inside, and obviously I'm going to do a video on it. You can look at what other people are doing, get ideas, think of ideas on your own. I know a lot of people do DIYs and things like that. So, but my main like they say, your niche is when I do the jewelry unveils. I do jewelry jars and things like that. Adam, do you want to talk about answer that question on what you do?
What I do as far as what?
It says, how do you consistently come up?
Okay, Reggie's cloud's a question. Okay, yeah, I was reading the chats. Are there any other questions? Part of the issue that I have is coming out with content, but that's why I like having Anita, because she and I just bounce subjects off each other, because we'll talk about reselling, or talking about life, and then something comes up and we're talking about YouTube, or you can actually, like, one of this time, I think this topic actually was suggested by one of our viewers. Is that correct, Nita? One of our viewers actually suggested speaking about this, right? So again, ask your viewers for content suggestions. Have them email you. Have them, if they chat with you or message you, they have topics. Again,
comments.
It's related to reselling, but loosely. But again, we all of us, at least most of us, follow other YouTubers, resellers, to learn about reselling. Some of us buy through auctions. So we're in these chats. So I mean, asking people for suggestions is a great way to do it. I'm going to put my email address, I should say, the page's email address up. Then I also put Anita's channel up, and I'll put my channel up in the Facebook group. If you guys are not members of the Facebook group, that'll be up as well. It's Reselling Rhythms with A&A, and again, that's just on Facebook. And Anita and I are almost always around the computer, so should be approved in a matter of a few hours at the most. And then we have some guidelines. Again, we want to keep that a drama-free zone. Again, that's part of the reason that we did this video. We want to make sure people are producing good content, because again, our time is valuable, just like your time is valuable. So if you're not producing good content, if your sound is bad, your video is bad. I mean, Anita talked about the video cameras. I mean, my camera is $50. I bought another camera that was $50 as a backup. I have a $140 microphone that I'm not using yet. I'm going to hook that up, because I have to buy it. It's called a pop filter. So when I say my P's and it doesn't like pop when it makes a weird noise. But I got a deal on that. I got it for $80. It's a $130, $140 microphone, and 99% of the YouTubers use that microphone. Again, it's $80. It's not like it's $500. Now, I'm not going to go out and spend $500 for a GoPro, which a lot of YouTubers are, but I mean, they're making great money on YouTube, and they're making money in whatever else they're doing, so they can afford $500 or $2,000 for a MacBook Pro. But I can invest $50 for a camera. I can invest $80 for a microphone, and $80 for a lighting kit, and it makes a world of difference. Anita and I were doing a setup. We always do setup because we always like to prepare material for you guys and keep it interesting, keep it knowledgeable for you guys. We were testing some things. There was an issue with sound, and it's like, what the heck's going on? The Logitech has a very good microphone for a webcam, but for some reason had defaulted back to the laptop's microphone. But again, for $50, if you guys are thinking about any content, do yourself a favor, buy a Logitech, the C920 or the C910. I think actually the 910 is probably a little bit better. 920 came out as a newer version, but I think from what I'm reading now, the 910 is actually a little bit better. But for $50, I mean, it's a world of difference. If you guys ever, you'll see, you could do like a video recording with your built-in laptop camera, and you'll compare it to Logitech. It's like night and day. Now, if you have an Apple product, for some reason, they use really good webcams. I mean, sometimes I'll ask somebody, what webcam are you using? Oh, I'm using my Mac. It's like, really? And time and time again, they have excellent webcams built in the Macs. But again, my laptop was $500 for, wasn't state of the art, but it was a really good one, or $600. You get a MacBook Pro, could be $2,500, $3,000. But spend that $50 on a Logitech camera. Spend that $80 on a microphone. Spend that money on a little tripod. I've seen people. And a stabilizer are expensive. I bought a stabilizer. That's what actually steadies your phone when you're walking. It keeps it from shaking and wobbling. It's really hard to watch videos when people are moving around and the camera is jumping all over the place.
Yeah, buffering.
It's just not. Again, well, internet's difficult. I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people that actually use their cell phone signal to broadcast. They piggyback it because their Wi-Fi is so bad in their homes that they use their cell phone internet to broadcast. I got that on my phone too. I mean, it's $10.
Yeah.
If I'm out broadcasting, and it's funny because when I was in Las Vegas doing my video, I thought I could use my cell phone, not realizing I was on the 68th floor. Well, I was above all the cell phone towers, so I had no cell phone signal, so I couldn't broadcast. It was buffering. Thank goodness. Well, they charge you like $40 some a day for the resort fee, but that includes Wi-Fi. So then I was able to use my Wi-Fi. But then after that, and then for that trip, I actually had made my phone a hotspot. So if I wanted to use my iPad or whatever, I could use my iPad to make videos. And iPads make better cameras than a regular laptop camera too. Again, but if you're using a camera or you're using a cell phone, use a tripod. I mean, tripods are inexpensive. I mean, the problem is they're not real sturdy. I bought some good ones. I bought a cheap one. I learned my lesson. When I was in Vegas, it broke in a matter of a few days. But then I went and bought like 3 or 4 other really good ones. And then my stabilizer is a lot of money. I mean, I wouldn't suggest somebody just getting into YouTube buy a stabilizer, but that was $150. But that'll last me for a long time. But some of these better handheld, like the Gobies, GOBYs, they're $30, $40. I mean, they're not cheap, but they last. Invest in yourself, invest in your equipment, and it makes a world of difference. Again, spend $50 on a Logitech. That was my two things. Two things very, very important. Spend $50 on a Logitech camera. You could spend $40, $50 on a light box. A soft box. I'm sorry, not light box. Soft box that has the lens in it, that has the light bulb in it to illuminate you. And again, like Anita says, make sure that light source is in front of you, not behind you. Like I have this, you can see I have these blinds closed. It's kind of cloudy today and it's late in the afternoon, but if I had that open, it was sunny, it would distort the camera, where everything would be all blurry. Again, but this is something I use for my eBay business. I bought a new light set, so I just bought one of my light stands down. Folds up, I could put it in the corner. It makes a world of difference. So here you're talking $50 for the camera. That set I think was $80, but I'm only using one of them, so that's like $35. So for under $100, I have an excellent webcam with a good microphone on it, and I have a good softbox lighting system. That's my suggestion.
See, David is saying that he uses his cell phone, but I think most of the videos that he does is outdoors, right? So you can obviously you can't take the Logitech outside, but there are some cell phones that really do, the picture does come out really nice and clear, and you can use your cell phone too. But
Again, if you're using your cell phone and you're recording inside,
yeah,
use a tripod. Put it on a table. Put a tripod so the phone isn't constantly moving up and down, up and down. Your viewers get seasick.
yeah,
If you're going outside, don't hold your camera like filming yourself like this. Especially me. I mean, I'm older. I mean, some young people they have really steady hands. I don't have steady hands. My hands, So don't just hold your camera and film you. Get the the handheld. Here's one here actually. I think this is like $12, and it has an extender on it. It goes up. It's like a selfie stick too. So it's like I think there's like $12. Again, this is just like a basic one. I'll show you guys real fast. But again, it makes a world of difference. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, I use this one of the videos I record. Scott the Bearded Picker, his wife is battling breast cancer, and I use this tripod. I went outside and it did a great job. I set it up on a picnic table. And this is for the cell phone, and then this actually has a built-in remote as well I could use. Of course, I can't get it off now, but and then it has the stand. They could just set it up, so you can see. So I would set this up on a table, and then it would be recording me, and it would be steady. It wouldn't be bouncing all around. And you can use this outside as well. And then if you have a good camera like on a cell phone, like an Apple iPhone or some of the better Samsungs, they have excellent video quality. Again, this is like $15-$20, and this even has a selfie stick. Yeah. So you can actually hold it, like this, and hold it away from you and film yourself. So invest in yourself, invest in your business. To me, reselling and YouTube is the type of business. So
Hi, Anna. Hi, James. There's a few more people in the chat. Is that a tripod? Yes.
This is on Amazon, and it comes with a selfie stick too. So it has a built-in selfie stick, which is nice. And then it has the built-in remote too, which I hadn't used it yet. I forgot how to get it off, but you can actually click it, so you can set it up like on a table away from you, and then you can just push your little key fob remote, and it'll start recording you, and then you can just you can have it out of camera, and then click it again, and it'll stop. So it looks very professional. I think this is like $20 or $25. Very reasonable.
Yeah, Rosie's saying she found her tripod in the bins.
You can find it at the bins or at Goodwill, sure.
Yeah, they're very inexpensive, the tripods. Let's see.
But again, I mean, for $20 or $50 or $40, we're not talking $1,000, $500, $300. We're talking a tripod, a camera, and a light stand under $100. I mean, it makes a world of difference.
Barbara's saying, I think it helps a potential customer if sellers include all their group and selling site links and their emails. Of course, under your description, you can always put links to your other. You can put the links to your Facebook. You can put the links to your where all the platforms that you sell items at. You can put any link that you want. And when you're doing the video, you can mention it that all the links are in the description, and they'll be able to find everything there. That's how I do it. All my links are in the description. Let's see.
What kind of comment did you leave, David? Oh yeah, David. Yeah, David didn't use the tripod in his first video, but he learned. I mean, he's a smart guy. He learned. Do you need a microphone if you use a cell phone? Yes and no. It depends. It depends on if you're inside. It depends if you're outside. There's something called a lavalier microphone, which I haven't gotten involved in yet. What it is, if you ever see like the people like in the studios, like doing the TV shows, and they have these like little lapel things attached to them. It's a microphone, and there's a transmitter, and it transmits. But that's a little above and beyond. They're inexpensive, but to me, it's a little confusing. typically, if you hold the microphone, the camera, or your cell phone or your camera, like I'm literally about 20 inches, 24 inches away from my Logitech, but the Logitech has an excellent microphone. It has built-in two microphones or two speakers. Way better than your built-in Dell or HP or whatever your computer built-in webcam. So again, that has built-in microphone, so the sound is pretty good. Again, I spent the $80 on the Blue Yeti because eventually when I start doing recorded videos and bring this up to the next level, I want to have, like, the best, not the best equipment, but very good equipment. I'm not going to spend, $600 or $2,000 on a computer and $600 on software editing equipment, but I can spend, 50, 40, 50, 80, all said and done. And maybe I have, I don't know, $350 invested, which seems like a lot, but 150 of that was the stabilizer. That was 150, 160. The microphone was 80, so that's 230, and everything else was maybe another $100. So I'm gonna have like three tripods. I have the light stand. It makes a big difference. So, but yeah, I would invest, and I will put some of those links down below. And they're not affiliate links. I'll just put the links in things that I use again. But yeah, I was very happy with this one. I had bought another one that I used in Las Vegas, and it didn't even last 4 days. I was walking around with it, and it just basically just snapped off. The part that held the phone just broke off. And if you read the reviews, a lot of times they'll tell you that. But this is very well made. And again, and this says the Bluetooth, and I'll make sure I post that in the description below. Were there any other questions we need to get to, Anita?
Let me double check here. Okay, David's saying I left a comment above Anita at 2:30. Can you copy and paste that, David? I think I missed that one. Yeah, I just got Logitech. Yeah, I love the Logitech. The only thing that I don't like about the Logitech is that it when you're doing like what I do, when you're doing the jar on veils and jewelry, it does have issues where it's focusing like back and forth. So it's not something that you want to use when you're doing like little tiny items, because it has trouble focusing on that. But other than that, it's great. Like for these kinds of lives, it's perfect.
You can use it for what Anita uses it for, but she likes the autofocus.
You have to change
the autofocus is an issue with that camera. It definitely is. But you can manually set it up, and it'll work fine. It's just that it requires a lot of effort to have it set up properly, but it will work fine. But the autofocus is very, very finicky with the Logitech. That's the only bad thing about it. You'll read thousands of reviews, and people love the Logitech. It's just that the autofocus can be a little funky. David, I can't even tell when, because I'm in the.
I'm trying to find David's comment.
The live stream on mobile Samsung S8. Is that David? Is that what you're talking about? An S9 bought a tripod off Amazon. I don't know. Can you just copy and paste it in the chat, David? Because I can't. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of chat up there, so I'm not sure exactly what your comment was. If you just copy and paste it back in the bottom of the chat, and again, guys, if you could put question marks, again, that's something we should have brought up. I just thought about it. Putting question marks, a lot of question marks before and after your question, and also putting the highlight, like you do this, David, you'll see it. Okay, so then when you do it on a PC, it's a lot easier than on a phone. But now I put the @ symbol, and I typed in David's name. So when David looks, he'll be highlighted. He'll be highlighted on his screen. It'll be a color, and I'll say, "Oh, okay, Adam's talking to me." So as a creator, if you were to put Adam at Adam's exploits or at Anita Finita, it'll come up. Believe it's orange. It comes up, and it's highlighted. But again, I always put a lot of question marks, and I'll put the person's name at so and so, at Rockstar Flipper or at Bonafide Hustler, or at Just Sandy. And then I'll put my question, and then I'll put like 8 question marks afterwards. So they'll see it highlighted, and then they'll also see a bunch of question marks. So that makes it easier for the creator, the YouTube creator, to see the questions. So when they scroll back, if you put the @ symbol with the name, it's highlighted, so it pops out on the screen. David, that's something in the future, maybe if you can think to do that. Again, put the @ symbol and then the person's name, and then again put a bunch of question marks before or afterwards. It just makes it easier when we're scrolling through the chat. It's not intentional, David. I love you, dude. I just don't see it. So if you want to copy and paste it, we'll be glad to answer for you.
And he's saying, Lol, I was just saying sorry if I put out videos that are the same all the time, but I try my best. I only do reselling part-time and I have a full-time job, but I only sell 1 to 2 items a month. It's okay if you put the same videos. Some people's channels are all about specifics. And as far as the webcams go, those are things to grow your channel. If you're just starting out, of course you're going to use your cell phone. Of course you're going to use a different kind of camera. These are things just for growing your channel, not for starting out.
Yeah, it's just like with reselling. You start out with the used items in your house to sell first. I mean, that's traditionally what everyone tells new resellers to do. Find things around your house that aren't selling and sell them, and then build up your money, your stash, your purchasing power, and then buy other things at a thrift store or the Goodwill outlets or whatever. Again, I just have priorities. I want to have a good product out there, and I mean, I don't want to spend, like I said, I don't want to spend $2,000 for a laptop. I don't want to spend $800 for editing software, but I can spend $50 for a camera. Again, it's all your budget. I mean,
yeah,
I don't spend money on a lot of other things. I mean, I not to get personal, and that's one of the things we talked about, not discussing personal things, but I spend money on personal issues. So for me, this is entertaining, and I enjoy doing it. So to me, this is like an entertainment expense to spend $50 on a camera or $40 on a light stand. And this light stand is something I already had from my eBay. I just bought another set, so I'm using this one. So again, start out with your cell phone, with your smartphone. The first upgrade I would do is that $50 on a Logitech, because I mean, it makes a world of difference. It has great sound, has great audio, and has great video. Again, like Anita said, the autofocus can be a little touchy, but there are workarounds on that if you're willing to play with it. But it's not easy, but it's like this kind of video, it's perfect. Okay. To do like the jewelry videos, you're going to have to set it up, and you're going to have to set up the lighting and set up the camera to specifically focus on one specific area, so it's not constantly refocusing because the camera gets confused. But that's really the only bad thing about the Logitech cameras.
Hi Thelma. She's saying you don't want people going into your Facebook or elsewhere. You want to engage your YouTube before sending people elsewhere. After you have following, you're good to share links. Yes, of course. Well, obviously you don't want people going to your personal YouTube pages. This is for like if when you want to put something that has to do with YouTube, you want to put up like a group that you have or a page that you have, not your personal YouTube channels.
That what Thelma's talking about is actually, I told you, Anita, that I had purchased that course about YouTube. That's something they recommend. But again, Thelma, what we're talking about is building your channel.
Yeah, building.
I mean, I can't post a video in Casey the Rockstar's Flippers YouTube group. Yeah, he has almost 100,000 members. A lot of those people don't know who the heck I am. Jason Decent has a group. I think he's up to like 10,000 members now. So if I post my video, I didn't post it because I mean I feel funny about posting in his group, but I will in the future. And Jason says you can actually post one video the day of your event. You can post it in the group. So that's 10,000 eyes, or actually 20,000 eyes. Probably 99% of those people don't know me, quote unquote, joke from Adam. They don't know who I am. So if I posted in Casey's group, which I'm not allowed to, but if I posted, in our Facebook group, which people already know me, I posted like in Jason's group, or I posted in the Reseller Roundtables page, or Lonnie and John's group, or Dwayne's group, or Sandy's group, if they allow that, then that's more exposure. So, and maybe if I get an additional 15, 20 people to watch the video, and that it's just kind of steams balls. I mean, Anita has grown her channel exponentially. I mean, I know she's very talented and that she does a great job. I can't explain it other than that she's very talented and it's jewelry. I mean, I can't.
Thank you.
I mean, I look at people like Justin, Justin RVA Flips, who we've had on our channel. Yeah. And he has grown something incredible. Again, when I spoke about producing consistent content, Justin is almost on every single day anymore. He has grown from, I think it's like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers now, and I think he's only been doing this for like 2 months.
Yes.
That's just crazy.
Very fast. Yes.
But he produces content almost every single day, and he's a smart guy. He's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like now, like today, he was doing a Google Hangout where the people were listing. So I mean, he's getting view time and he's working.
And
to me, that's smart. You know, he's hanging out with other resellers and he's working and he's getting YouTube views and he's building his algorithm up on YouTube. So he's a smart guy. Speaking of gaining subs and viewership, not generating sales on platforms. Well, we weren't trying to get sales; we're trying to get viewers.
Yeah, just how to grow, basically how to grow your channel.
Right.
You know, ways you can do it, things that you can use, like cameras and such, and groups where you can post your channels. Let's see, do we have any other questions? Not until YouTube. Okay, we just chatted earlier 2 days.
All right, David. Yeah, Justin's a good guy.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have any? If we don't have any more questions, we just wanted to do this topic today. And let's see here. Okay, you want to close off, Adam?
Yeah, I guess we will close. Next week is the week before Christmas.
Yes.
Anita will have family commitments. She will not be able to join me, so you'll have to deal with my ugly mug. But I will produce a live stream video next Wednesday. It won't be live on Christmas Eve. What is that? Christmas Wednesday? Is Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? I think it's Christmas Day, right? Christmas Eve, whatever. I will. The 19th, I will be on. I'll come up with some material again. We had suggested if you guys want content, you can suggest it through. I'm gonna put the links up as far as their Gmail account, email accounts, and I'll also put up the Facebook group. Message us, have questions, get message us. But I will be doing a show next Wednesday, the same time at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anita won't be able to join us, but hopefully she'll be able to join us after Christmas. And again, I want to thank all the moderators. Again, great job, and read my notes, my show notes, and you'll be even a better moderator. So that's a joke, guys. You didn't realize it, but again, I want to thank Anita for joining me today, and thank all you guys for joining us. And I guess that's it. Anita, you want to say goodbye to the folks, and we're out of here.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us. Again, I want to mention again that I'm open for anybody who wants to do a live together. That would be great. I'd be happy to do it. Just go ahead and email me or write down something in the comment section. And thank you all for coming in. I hope you guys had fun. This is Anita saying bye. Adam.